Well, when was the last time you just got excited? Like and I'm talking about the feeling of excitement and whether or not it's attached to stuff. It's attached to a thing. It's attached to this, or it's just attached to an idea, right? And so I think about stuff where people, like, I could see them starting to be positive or starting to get excited, and then all of a sudden they just sort of like it's almost like I gotta snap myself back into reality here. I want to be dreaming about stuff that isn't real. I don't want to be getting excited about something that's not going to happen. Get excited anyway. And here's why. See, because when you get up excited, you literally, like, your system, your hormones, your brain, your energy, all this stuff flowing through you, because you're an organic being. There's stuff flowing through you all the time, right? There's stuff that'll dam you up, and there's stuff that'll open you up. Excitement opens you up. And when you're open, you're like a wellspring of creativity and other ideas. And all sorts of things stem from that. You see? So in other words, if you have this idea and you start to get excited, like this tingle happens, you're like, oh, wow, I want to do that. I really like that. I really like her. I really like him. Ooh, I really want that job, or whatever. And then in comes the disappointed, rejected, negative pragmatist. Oh yeah, well don't bother getting, oh no, bother getting excited about it. Oh, don't feel like that. Oh, you don't want to be rejected. Oh, what if she doesn't like you back? Or, oh yeah, don't even bother getting your hopes up. I mean, like, the world's a fucked place. We're all fucked. So why don't you just fuck yourself before you even get out the starting gate? It's so, and I know that some of you think like that. You may not be aware of it, but I hear it in your voices. And so this past weekend, I had the opportunity. Someone invited me to do like a big event. It's an athletic event, and that happened to me, where it was like I read it, I looked at it, and it's a half Ironman, and it's on Long Island, and it's a course that I'm like, oh, killer, man. I mean, Jones Beach and riding the bike up the Wanto Parkway, like it's where I grew up, and it's like the idea got me all excited. And then, I did what I was exactly just talking about. Oh, I don't have the money. Oh, yeah, I shouldn't do that. Oh, it's going to completely screw my summer up to like train for that. And I'm not saying that those voices don't have a part in decision making. They do. Because I have an ultimate optimist and a like dark pessimist. And I have like somebody that loves to get excited, including about delusion and stuff that won't happen or come true. And then I have this pragmatist that's just like really baseline, practical, and everything has to make sense. And I got to find the movement and space between those energies, right? And so I'll tell you what happened. And what I've learned is that I used to side with the pragmatist because I was like, if it doesn't make sense, my excitement is not enough scientific basis for decision making. So if it doesn't make sense, I'm just not going to do it because it's bound to be a shit show. And what I've learned is that I make more decisions siding with that feeling in me of like, oh, I really want to do that. Like a kid in a candy store. I'm like, oh, that sounds really exciting. Oh, that sounds like fun. Oh, it sounds hard, but I love a challenge, and challenges excite me. So I'm like, now my mind is brewing with like, how do I make it happen? And oh, you see what people don't understand. It's like everybody's like, well, it has to make sense because then I can do it because there's no risk. And if it makes sense, it's gonna work out. And boom, 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 shut that door, easy. I don't have to risk. I don't have to feel rejected. I don't have to get disappointed. But over here, the truth is the more excited that you get, the more it's like the other things that are obstacles just sort of fall away. Like let's say I get excited and I'm like, oh, it's really expensive. I can't afford that. And then I'm like, all right, well, I just really want to do it. So I'm just going to keep thinking about doing it. And the more I think about doing it, the more excited I get. And then all of a sudden I meet somebody who's also doing it. And then all of a sudden I get this extra chunk of change over here to be able to afford it. And see, we're not taught to think like that. We're taught to be like pragmatic and practical. And then once you have all your ducks in a row, you can get excited. I'm asking you to switch it up. I'm asking you to get excited and keep being excited and just take the next step towards your excitement and just see what happens and see how things like start falling into place. I live like this now. As a total practical, intellectual pragmatist, I live according to the energy level of my excitement. And I just get more happy as the days go by. And I get more real in terms of how I live my life and the good things that are happening. And it's a reality, people. It's a reality. So I'm excitedly going to go on to my next thing right now. So think about something you want to do that gets you excited. And then take another step. How about it? Have a good day.